Hello Retro fans, and welcome back to episode 37 of the Championship Manager 97-98 Lockdown Challenge. And yeah, it's been a little while recording. My daughter's been a bit unwell, just a virus, not the virus, and where she's been off school, that sort of time where I'd normally record has been taken up, obviously looking after her, helping look after her and other stuff, and obviously bit of peace and quiet to actually record. Like right now it's serene, it's never this serene. I'll probably get a knock on the door in a minute to disturb that, but anyway, and then that virus has subsequently swept through the house. Me and my wife are currently sort of getting over the end of it now. I've got a little bit of a cough, a little bit of a sore throat, a bit of a cold. She's got a bit of a cough, cold, sore throat, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, we're all feeling a bit shitty, a bit poor, sorry for ourselves. But anyway, we are back today. Luckily I had a bit of a backlog of episodes to fall back on for the weekend, and obviously the weekend as I'm talking right now, I've still probably got a few more backed up as well, so we're okay, and hopefully now I can start churning a few out. I can record 2 today as well, because I'm in that position, which as you can see we're at the 5th of May. Last time out we played Auxerre in the UEFA Cup, which I think was the second leg. We had Newcastle and PSG. Today we're going to take on Guingamp twice, Caen and Lens. So we've got 4 games today, so we're going to try and rattle through this as much as possible, as we've already been a minute and a half in. But yeah, if you're new around here, first of all, please drop a sub on the channel, hit that big red sub button, drop a like on the video, and yeah, let's get into it. So we're going to start off by looking at see how we've got on. So we had the Atletico. So we actually beat Newcastle in the UEFA Cup. Auxerre wasn't the UEFA Cup, obviously they're in our league. Newcastle was, and we scraped through that one, and then we played PSG. So we followed that up with a 1-1 draw against Atletico Madrid, I think. No, we lost 1-0 at home to Atletico Madrid in the first leg. Goal from Daniel Prodam. Very good squad, as you can see there. Lots of stars throughout that team. A few I maybe don't know so much, but yeah, it was another loss. It feels like we're in a bit of a slump at the moment. Things aren't quite going to plan. We then had we did bounce back. A good 3-1 win against Rennes. I think it's Rennes. They got Mikel Sylvester in there. Des Prudo. That's not the usual Prudo, is it? I don't think. He's English. Okay, he's a regen. Anyone else in there? Ousmane Dabo, I think, played for... Did he play for Leeds or someone? I know he went to Italy for a while. Palavanatza from Arsenal. But yeah, good goals from Sonny Anderson, Les Ferdinand and Matthew Letizier's regens for us to give us a good 3-1 win. We actually went 1-0 down, but we bounced back quite nicely. And as you can see, we're only getting 8,000 in attendance. I think our stadium's about 20. That's why our money problems are persisting. But then who's going to come and see us play Rennes, I guess. We then had a solid 4-0 win against Niort in the Cup. They are a lower division team than us, so kind of expected. We did go full strength, but a hat-trick from Sonny Anderson and a extra one from Les Ferdinand's regen there for us. Brought some subs on that did quite well as well. We then had a tough game against Strasbourg in the league. 4-1 win again. So things around this sort of point were picking up again. Goals from Americo, Ferdinand and Sonny Anderson again. I mean, they're pretty much where our goals coming from is Ferdinand and Sonny Anderson. But obviously we're probably going to be without Sonny Anderson next year, so we're going to need to find a way around that. But this game did put Bailey out for a month, but he's out for a few days, so he may make it back for a couple of the games today. Which we'll talk about in a minute and see why we've got the 4 games, but that's where we've decided to come back. And then away we did grab a really good, actually, 1-1 draw against Atletico Madrid, but that home leg, really did cost us. This guy getting the goal starts at Real Madrid in the game, or Valladolid in the game, goes to Real Madrid for 10. Wow, his fee sort of went really high, then dropped, stayed the same, really low, and then back up again. He's not really done much to justify that amount of money he's gone for, but he scored against us, so yeah, puts us out. Victor Pebber with the goal for us today, obviously where Ferdinand was out. We took the lead, but we didn't hold on even until half-time, but that's where the game would end. We then had Marseille, top of the table clash, top 2. In that second leg, I should say, against Atletico Madrid, we had a lot of injuries, a lot of suspensions. We barely had a first 11 out. Or a good 11 anyway, certainly not our first 11. At this point the Marseille game did look pointless in the league, although it is the top 2, but again, with a bit like the UEFA Cup game, there's a bit of a patchwork team out there, maybe a bit more so here we can work with here because we didn't have as many players suspended. I think for the league, I think we had a few suspensions in Europe as well, which didn't help. But a must-win game ends 0-0. Again, top of the table clash, 9,000 people. Yeah, it's just not good. A draw's probably fair. Maybe not 0-0. Could have been maybe a 1 or a 2 all with those shots and whatnot. But 0-0, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I can't remember how. I've actually, because it's not been over a week since I've looked at this, I don't actually know how the league stands. I can't remember. But then another 1-0 win against Montpellier. Laurent Robert up there for them. Couldn't do anything for us, for them against us, thankfully. But Sonny Anderson, again, keeping tack with the goals, keeping them flowing, you know, when we need him most. And then finally we played Nancy in the league. A good 6-2 win, and I can feel my voice slipping away from me. As obviously Underam scores against us. Of course he does. He's got 2 goals this season for them, and one of them is against us. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? I think I recognise his name. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I know him. He played for Bordeaux, I think. Yeah, okay. Americo Ikpeba with a hat-trick in this game, so looking bright for him. He is wanted by Rennes. Hopefully we can sell him, get his wage off the bill, maybe try and use some of that money. I'm hoping there's a bit of an injection in the summer from the board. 2 goals from Sonny Anderson as well. He's been really good this season. And that's where we stand. So we've got the final against Guingamp now, which is hence why we got them twice, because we got them in the last 3 games as well. And then we've got Caen, Guingamp and Lens. I mean, I've kind of come back here, I think the league is done. I've come back here because the cup is here. If the cup was at the end, I probably would have come back just for the Lens game and the Guingamp game and the cup final. Let's have a look at the division, see where Guingamp are, and we'll see how the league stands. So they've got a game in hand, 3 points clear, so it's not out of our hands yet, but it's going to take a minor miracle. Marseille's last games are Rennes, Nancy, Caen and Auxerre. Pardon me, I've just had my lunch and I can feel it coming back up. Yeah, it's not agreeing, it doesn't seem. So Rennes are around here. Auxerre are a decent opposition for them, but then they've got Guingamp, who are just above relegation. Obviously we've got them twice, and Caen just above relegation as well. So they are. Caen do have something to do, and Nancy as well. Both have something to play for. So that does make it maybe less of an easy game, but they might not have by that point. We don't know. We could actually be party to that as well. We might actually make them have nothing to play for, which would be a double-edged sword for us. But let's just jump in. We've got the final versus Guingamp first of all. Hopefully we can just keep up. Ulrich is suspended, so we've got Osland playing in the middle because he seems to play quite well there for Sweden, so he seems to be maybe our second best option in there in midfield. We've got a few decent options as backup, but I think one of them might actually be playing in defence today, so yeah. But Anderson with an early chance on 10 minutes, but we're putting the pressure on. We started well, started brightly. Hopefully Ikpeba can carry on his good form. He got a hat-trick in the last game. If he can do sort of similar to that now, I guess we'd be very grateful for him for that. Yeah, it's tense here because I think a cup, I don't know if there's got to be some prize money involved, which we could do with, and obviously I don't know if it contributes towards the challenge. I'm not too sure. I'd have to have a look into that. But so far we're going to get to half time, and so far, yeah, we've had good chances but not been able to take them, and it always just makes you wary if they're going to get one chance like they did there, 2 chances and score one. Thankfully Barthez is on his game as well, just to keep us in there. 0-0 at half time. Hazel has a chance as well. Just going to jump straight into the second half, just try and whiz through this as much as possible. I mean, the cup final is probably one I didn't want to whiz through just so much. I'd like to have been able to put a bit more time and consideration in the episode towards it. I don't know how much you can do, because you can't do like Football Manager and go into all sorts of statistical analysis and detail and all that sort of stuff. But Pepper with a big chance, unable to take it. Come on, where's the goals? Where's Sonny Anderson? Is Pepper again? Anderson and Pepper have been banging goals in for the last, well, Anderson all season, as we go 1-0 down on 80th minute with that sucker punch shot. Oh my god. Roussel, can we grab one? How have we not scored in this game? Anderson again. Oh my. Are we going to lose the cup? We're actually going to lose the cup. And we've got a bit of a patchwork team out again still today. Not our first choice. And we have. I do not know how we have lost that game. How have we lost? I mean, 2 shots on target, that doesn't help. But we deserve to win that game based on that. I'm sure you'll agree. We've had lots of games like that this season. A few games where we've drawn and lost, where really it felt like the game was certainly there, ours there for the taking. So very, very disappointing. So that's the big one out of the way. Now we've got to just see what we can do for the league. So we'll come back for the next league game. Hopefully we can get revenge on Guingamp in a few games' time. But that is very disappointing. I think a very poor result. Yeah, I was going to skip through, but it was at the Stade de France. Is there any... What was the capacity there? 60,000. Man United with the Premier. Okay, that's something we don't need to see for the next episode. We know who's won the league. So Ulrich is back, so we're going to pop him in the team. And when do we go again? Let's have a look. So we're going to pop Ulrich back in. I'm going to put Osland back in the bench as well. See, Elias, can we pop... We can't play the Elias at the moment because we've got Americo, Anderson and Nick Pepper taking up the foreign spots. So, yeah, very disappointing there. We are very much stronger when he's in the team. Fixture-wise, we have got next Caen on the 10th. So we're back for the 10th to take on Caen. Okay, here we are. We're back on the 10th. It's 2nd versus 15th. So we are hoping to put Caen in a position where I think they need to keep playing against... I don't think we can put them out of the survival yet. Bailey's back, but he's not fit. So yeah, we're kind of in a position where winning could hurt them and give them nothing to play for, or it could give them more to play for. I'm not too sure. We're playing them early enough maybe that it's not out of their control. Pepper, he's just gone quiet. He's just gone crap again. He's been crap practically every time I played him all season. Bailey goes out injured. Is it because he's back? But he's not fit enough. But is it because he's back? He's like, oh, now I'm going to lose my place, so I'm not interested in playing properly for you anymore because you're just going to drop me again anyway. Which, yes, I am, just to strengthen other positions of the team. But yeah, plans for the summer this season. We've got to hope that some decent regens come through and don't cost any money, like some free ones, because, or go on schoolboy contracts or something like that, so we can replace sort of some of our positions with cheap contract players. As Sonny Anderson gives us the lead right before half time. Hopefully we can build on that and not give a sloppy chance away. I thought we were going to give one right after half time there. Yeah, so we need a few regens that are going to be, or players that are out of contract, decent cheapish wages that we can maybe still pick up, just to bolster the squad out a little bit. Maybe if the board can inject some money in, that would help as well. If we can sell a few players, get rid of those wages off the wage bill. We've got a lot of young players this season as well, who hopefully with a season of playing under their belt will be a bit better next season as well. But Anderson looks like he's secured the win, but if they'd have scored that, it wouldn't have been quite so secure. Hazel secures the win for sure. 3-0, I'll take that. We're very happy. Pressure back on Marseille. Obviously they've got a game in hand. We'll have to see how they've done. If they can drop some points here, that would be absolutely ideal. But anything else? I was hoping Anderson could get his hat-trick there, but or Pepper can maybe chip in with one or something just to get his confidence back up. Pepper, no, it doesn't happen. Sergei Rebrov can't do anything for them as they go 3-0, and let's see what that does. For us, what Marseille have done, and how it sits with Caen, because we're going to need Caen to have something to play for against Marseille. Not that they look like they've got much about them to give Marseille any kind of troubles, but hopefully that's just going to tick over anytime now. Yep, Man United lose after they've won the league. So Marseille, they beat Rennes 4-0. Okay, Makaleli the goal, Lacoste, Pedro and Rouvière, whoever he is. They did us no favours. Givash couldn't do anything. Caen are 15th still, which I think is just outside the relegation. Yep, Nancy haven't closed in. Nancy, whatever. Guingamp, I was going to say they could still go down. I think they are just safe, I think. But obviously we've got to play them, which means they're guaranteed 3 points there, so they're guaranteed to be safe, aren't they? Our next game is Guingamp on the 17th, so we'll come back for that game. See you shortly. Okay, here we are. So we've had Crossley go out injured for a few days, but I think he did come back as well. So hopefully, or did he come back from injury? He came back from injury, not injured, he came back. So, who normally... Americo's moved in the middle, hasn't he? Yeah, that's what's happened, and Hazel's playing out on the wide. Okay, we still can't get Zielius in. I don't think Bailey's... Oh, he's on 90%. Pepper's not really done much since he come back in, so we are gonna... Randall's... Who is Randall? He's David Batty's regen, isn't he? So he's had a few games. He's had 15... Well, he's had about 17 games this season, including Europe, which as a Our backup player isn't too bad. We haven't really got a defender to put on the bench here, have we? No. We've got Afanu technically as a defender, so we are gonna put Randall on the bench. Oh, we got Andre there actually as well, to be fair. Yeah, I think that's us good to go. I mean, even our bench is pretty dross, isn't it? We need some numbers. We need some decent first teamers and some decent numbers, but I really don't know who we're going to be able to afford or bring in. It's going to be a real tough second season. I mean, the second season's going to be tough. The third's going to be even worse because we're probably just going to have to sell all our players. Not that any of them have got any particular sell-on value, particularly. But yeah, so we're looking for we need to win here. We need guaranteed. Whatever happens, we need to win this game. So we need to get revenge on the cup defeat. Oh, for God's sake! They've scored a bit earlier today. They scored on the just after half hour. Mary apparently scoring, because that's always good to see. You know, we can't even defend against Mary. I mean, there's just something about Mary, and it's not good. As we go into half time, 1-0 down. Zielia's coming in back in the midfield, hasn't strengthened our position, and Bailey hasn't strengthened our goal scoring. So as we Zielia's is red card for pulling someone down. Are you having a laugh? Oh, okay. Well, I think it looks like the league's over, so we might not even need to play those last 2 games. So we can probably end the season right here. Yeah, I mean, we need something soon. But these 2 games against Guingamp, we just haven't. There we go. They go and grab a second. We're down to 10 men. It's not surprising. They've lost Mary. Mary's injured. He's got his pecker caught in his zip. Unfortunately, 3-0. I mean, the goals are just. This is a team that's threatened with relegation. Let's not forget. I know we've got a red card. Of course, first half we get the red card. If they get one now, we'll probably be on the 88th minute or something. But I mean, I should maybe have put a defensive midfielder in, but at 1-0, I didn't want to take an offensive player off. We still need to score. We still need the goal. But yeah, this looks like league over. It'll be sod's law that Marseille go and lose now. But after this defeat, you know, Mary getting injured, I think we need to work on our physical attributes in the summer in training. You know, 7-minute abs, all that stuff. We'll get that signed up. Of course we score now. Of course we do. Was it Americo, I think? 65 minutes. And yeah, I'm very frustrated. And with this happening, I'd rather, if we're going to crash out the league, fine, but we should have given it all in that cup and won that cup game. I'd have taken that as a decent season. We're probably going to finish second. I think Bordeaux can technically catch us. Of course, we're scoring now. Ulrich chips in on 74 minutes. We're not going to catch him. Even a draw now, which we're not going to get, wouldn't be sufficient. It's not going to do the job. No, it just peters out to a 4-2 loss. They got Mahi. I think he played in France, Celtic here. I said, why did I say France? I meant Scotland. Of course he's playing in France. He's playing in France now. Leonidas, isn't that the guy from the 300 film? Is that Leonidas? It's something like that. And no one else. Russ Flowers. Okay. So we've been beaten by Mary and Flowers. That is fantastic. But let's have a look what that does to the table. We'll have a look at Marseille's results, see what they've done. They're either going to have lost now or they're going to have thumped someone like 6-0. So another competition we don't need the answer to. Nantes lost to someone. I didn't see who. We are still second. I don't think that can happen in this game, but we can lose it. But Marseille beat Nancy 1-0, which I think does ramp the pressure on Caen a little bit. Guingamp is secure. Nancy had dropped down. Le Havre look practically gone. They've played an extra game as well. Caen still kind of in their control. So is it one more game? We've got one more game. We may as well play it. 24th of May. Back then. And then we saw it actually. I was about to say back then we saw Marseille have technically already won the title. So do we even need to? Does anything happen if we don't win the game? I don't think it does. Oh, yes it does. It is very important because we could still drop to third. So back on the 20, whatever it was. Okay, so we're back. 24th of May it is. And we've had some bids from Ali Bernabia. 11k from Rennes and Roma. If he goes now, it's absolutely fine. 17 grand straight off the books, really nice and quick. And he's probably going to retire. And we're going to play this game before he goes. So win all round. Crossley isn't quite good enough to be back. fitness wise, Zelius I thought was suspended in this game starting 31st of May, so he's suspended next season basically. We may not even have him here at that point. He's worth 2.5 million, but should be worth more. We picked him up on a free, to be fair. He's done okay, but let's just get this game underway, I guess. Lons, who are 8th, it's not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination. Bailey is back to 100%, so hopefully he can do something in this game, because good lord, he did very little in the last game. So now we need either here, I think a draw is enough. A loss is fine if, who was it, Bordeaux, oh for God's sake, if Bordeaux don't win. I don't know what the goal difference was actually. We might have decent enough goal difference that we might be okay, but our defence is so leaky that even though we scored a lot, I can't imagine, if they've got a decent-ish attack and a good defence, they're going to have a better goal difference than us. We're practically, oh my God, and we're not making it any better right now. 2-0 down inside half an hour, and we haven't again done anything this game. Fiard brings one back. It might be just goal difference damage limitation we're doing right now that could be the difference. I don't know who Bordeaux have got in the last game. I didn't think to look, but if we could just grab another one. I mean, maybe I'm thinking I should have took Anderson out these last couple of games, because as he hit maybe like that goal threshold where he's had too many already. Penalty kick, Emerico, goal, 2-2. We're just after half time. We've brought it back level. Can we push on? Bailey, Bailey, Ulrich again. Very good player. Hasn't scored a huge amount of goals this season, but he's put a couple few in this episode. He's probably scored more in this episode than he's scored all season. So if we can make it a bit safe now, because I don't trust our oh my God, I don't trust our defence. A draw we know obviously is enough, but we've barely got to 55 minutes and it's already, you know, we've got a long way to go in this game. If we could have held out a little bit longer just with that goal advantage, because I don't trust our defence enough to keep them out for that long. Oh my God, it's very tense last sort of 15-10 minutes here. Americo wins a free kick out of shooting range. He too far to shoot, but shoot he does, and in it goes, and he gets his second of the game. A penalty and a free kick. Now can we last a bit longer? Penalty again, Americo, you blast it over. You had your chance to get your hat-trick and have an amazing game, but you've fluffed it and sealed the win. Don't get me wrong, a draw, that would have, even if we hadn't conceded, if we'd conceded another, that would have still been a draw and it would have been enough. But by the skin of our teeth there, we've come out of this game. They've got Jorge Alberts on the bench, Smisha in there, Veray in there, Foe, Aruma. They've got some good players. Vormer's in goal. So I think that leaves us second for sure. Marseille still going to win against Caen. I mean, they've 6 points clear. They finished in the end. They've actually got a game in hand as well. They could go 10.9 points clear. And looking at the goal difference, I mean, that's based on this game, obviously, with that into effect. But Bordeaux, we scored, 9 more in the end. And to be fair, they didn't concede that many less than us, only 4 less than us. So I think we're okay. How did they do? They lost 1-0 to Le Havre. So did that get Le Havre out of relegation? No. So Caen, Le Havre and Sochaux. So Caen losing to Marseille didn't help either. Guingamp didn't get pulled in. They were fine. So that, we should see in the Division 3 playoff. That leaves us there for today's episode. So we're going to come back the next episode and we are going to have the look around the world, look around the leagues, that sort of stuff. So I'm going to literally forward through a week or two, get into June. I'm going to have a look at some players that might be possible for us to try and sign on contracts as well, just to see if there's anyone that might be interested or possibility of coming into the club. And then I'm going to straight on record that straight after. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please drop a like down below. If you're new around here as well, smash that sub button, give it a good old smash on that red button. And yeah, we'll just keep the momentum going. I've had a few followers pop through recently, a few comments again, so anything like that, just keep them coming. I do reply to the comments. It seems to have ignited a bit of interest in some new people, or people that used to play the game years ago wanting to get back into it. So again, I urge you, get a good challenge. I recommend this challenge. It's a good way to get back into it. It's tough as you get towards these last few seasons, but the first couple bits are really fun. And it stops you sticking at one club and getting a bit bored with that club and winning everything and then getting bored, which is what I do quite a lot. You end up winning everything, winning every season. You're like, oh, what is that have to do? And you get a few regens and then it's just like, oh, done this now. Got to wait another 15 years before he retires again, and I've got to find him again. But yeah, until next time for that catch up. Anyway, for that catch up around the world's episode, I will see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.